My sweet suffering, all my sorrow. I share them with you. Let's duel!
Okay, so I just got home from work. This was waiting for me, and I want to get this out of the way before I go for food and settle down for the night, while I still have daylight to work with. So here we are, as promised, the 1/7 scale painted Hikari or Mythra figure from Good Smile, and she is just as beautiful as the Pyra Homura figure. So we've got the art on the side here, mimicking the art for the figure. We've got the, just important information. Illustrated by Masasubu Saito, sculpted by Wotako Mito, and paintwork by Iwabitsu? I think it's meant to be Iwabitsu. So pretty good. No legal hogwash. That's all down here with the old school Nintendo seal of approval, which I get a kick out of that every time. The bottom of the box is just bleh. Top of the box then. So you've got Mythra here as well, the same pose. The front window down. Nothing really too incredible. You got the back of the box here, well, one of the sides of the box here with the figure from the back. Again, letting you know it's the 1/7 scale painted figure. Here in the window. On the other side of the box, you've got a larger scale art of the statue itself. Okay, once again, the same sort of branding. And then the back of the box is, yeah, we get a proper look at the sword, which is really friggin' cool. Again, just shots of the figure from the front and the side. The pose with the Pyra statue. So all good, and we will be getting a proper photo of this once we've looked at it out of the box. Then you've got your legal Fjargenblar. Again, with the same credits as the front of the box, which is cool. And yeah, I think we should just crack her open now and sort of see how she stacks up against the Pyra statue. I think it's going to be phenomenal. Good Smile haven't really let me down at all with any of these Figma or statues or anything. So yeah, I mean, look at that look inside the box. Even the sword looks great. And then the statue herself. So let's crack her open. And similar to what I did with the Pyra statue, when I come back, she'll be on her kickstand, or not her kickstand, well, she'll be on her stand and everything ready to go. So see you after the transition. Okay, so a quick look at her out of the box. As you can see, like, the detailing is absolutely stunning. From the jewelry bits here, the gold paint apps, really bloody good. The sword looks fucking badass. I can't wait to actually get it out of the plastic. Then one thing I have noticed though, in comparison to the Pyra statue, the stand is exactly the same, obviously just gold colored because that's her color scheme. But you see this thing, this little peg, it's a translucent plastic, where with the Pyra statue it's a metal pin. Now don't get me wrong, when you're looking at the Pyra statue, it doesn't stand out or, you know, make the statue look off, but I just thought it was an interesting choice that for Mythra they I don't want to say downgraded, but they went with a different choice or something that they felt maybe is less obvious. And I wonder, with a Pyra reprint, you know, down the road or in a couple of months if they do the same with her. I don't know if it'd be a translucent red, but they just might go in a similar fashion for that pin, for the basically the pin to hold her to, because you can see that that's where this bit here is where that foot is going to go, but then you'll have a hole here around here to hold up the rest of her, similar to Pyra. So I just thought it was neat. We'll take a quick look at the back. So yeah, like even like just the engraving and the paint apps here are really well applied. There's that pin, and there's again the peg I was talking about, and then the hole for this is, I think it's there, but we'll look at that. The back of the sword looks just like the front of the sword. So I'll get her out of the plastic now and get her set up for your and mine viewing pleasure. Okay, so here we are with her out of the box, and that sword, holy shit. This, you know, the shaft did not want to click in so that I could bring the rest down into it, but we got there eventually. So the paint apps are really well applied. I really love the apps in the hair and the eyes. The gold effect and the crystalline effect in all of the jewellery is really good. Here on the sides. And for the core crystal on her chest, I think the missing X is a bit more defined than it was on the Pyra one, but we'll take a look at that when we look at them side by side. Again, with the gauntlets here, or the braces, really good paint apps. Try not to knock anybody over with the giant sword, kind of like we did. Oh, there we go. No, come back. There we go. Okay, so from the back, as you can see the hair, you know, it's two-toned. So you got the darker tones going into lighter tones, into darker tones, into the lighter tones again. You have these applications here on the side for the bits that jut out, similar to Pyra's scarf. They're also made of a very flimsy resin, you know, so I would be careful with these in case they break. We've got the braces on the legs as well. The design on the back of the shoes. For those curious, yep, they gave her a pair of panties, and I actually had to laugh because there is a design on them. If we just so there's, I think that's the bottom of the swimsuit she got as well, if I recall, which I think is funny. But we won't spend too much time looking at Mythra's panties because that's kind of weird. The sword looks bloody amazing, like I thought it would. Even though I'm using the main light here, you know, everything pops. The translucent fiery gold, the actual gold paint apps, the crystallized look to the Zohar, or whatever you want to call it, right there, and then the design that goes right through it. It's really well made, and there we go, there she is. And then we'll just bring it down. Now, this thing, I am not happy with this. This almost feels like they cheaped out compared to the Pyra one, because this bit of plastic, you pop onto this bit of plastic and it sits there where it can be easily moved, or, well, you know, or if you take it away, the statue does become top heavy. Now I've let it go there, but she is very top heavy and susceptible to, well, going that way. So I would actually much prefer if they kept it the same way they did with Pyra. And maybe they couldn't, because the posing is different. I'll fix that in a second. But I do think I do think that's a bit of a cheap cop-out compared to the metal Allen key-like thing that we got for Pyra. Other than that, I have no quality issues at all about this. I love the painted armor effect on, you know, the arms and these bits here, even on the chest plates. Let's see if we can get in without making it look weird. Just again, the bits on the side here, really good. Paint apps are great. Oh, she's wobbling now. The crosses are just, all of it's really well done. So I don't really have an issue there. The light hits off you can see the light hitting off these bits. It's really good. So what I'll do is put the two side by side and get the full image. And put this thing back in. So, by following the instructions, which basically just you align them up this way, they're not to go corner to corner. I mean, there's nothing stopping you posing them like this, but to get the best effect, you turn Mythra slightly to the side, you turn Pyra slightly to the side, join up the bases, and there's your dual super special awesome anime pose, which I think would only be completed by having coffee and milk in behind them. Now I know Cosmos is the next one to come out, and I don't know if I'm going to get it, because I don't have as much of an attachment to Cosmos as I do these two. I never got into Xenogears, just not for lack of wanting, but just opportunity never presented itself, if I'm being quite honest. But so you can see here what I was saying. You've got that plastic, just that bit that keeps Mythra up, but then see the metal pin that sort of went into the back and into the back of the foot. Now I get why they couldn't do it, because look, their poses are drastically different, similar but different. You couldn't very well have a metal pin going from here up and in there to keep her stable. So I get it, but just something about this feels cheap and in the way compared to that, which is just in the back and out of the way. And Mythra also doesn't appear to have, whether this is a good thing or a bad thing is completely up to you, because I think the paint apps on both and the translucent plastic on both are great. She doesn't have the metallic effect that Pyra does here. The metallic paint apps weren't applied on Mythra, and that's fine, because that looks more, I don't know, there's a sci-fi armor look to it if you just look at that. You know, so I don't particularly mind, you know, that all that much. Pyra still looks friggin' amazing, in case you've forgotten. And then Mythra to finish, and the super duper pose. snap of that. There we go. So that's it. The Siren model kit will have to wait. I'm actually clearing out space in my studio room here because I'm running out of space to put things. So Siren is on the back burner. But I will get it eventually, and maybe it'll pose well in front of them, or I'll put it up kind of elevated like the Zelda stuff is here. I'll elevate it behind Pyra and Mythra and give a sort of a distance look to it, because it's a much smaller model kit. I could do something pretty creative with it and put it like these two are at the forefront, and then this large mech is just off in the distance. I think that'd be quite fun. So yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say. Thank you very much for watching this. As always, I do appreciate the support that the unboxing for Pyra got. I'm hoping the Mythra unboxing gets the same level of support. You can now have your waifu wars on which statue you think is better. Pyra. But yeah, they're both beautifully made, crafted, painted, and I do love the super duper anime pose here, so I'm going to leave off on that. Drop a like down below, comment on which one you prefer, and subscribe for more Xenoblade goodness, or just we live stream on the channel. There's regular content that goes up, and I look forward to seeing you there. So have a great night. I'm off to get dinner, and I'll see you again soon. Adios, and take care, everybody.